Good day, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to another Patreon video. Welcome. Yeah, it's weird doing this on Mondays. Oh my sack. Also, welcome to the YouTube videos. But oh my sack. Welcome to the YouTube videos. Ah, that's a fail. Anyway, welcome to the YouTube viewers. Also, what a day! What a day! But before we get to that, let me mute my phone before I get interrupted again. There we go. And yeah, so last week was crazy. They started working on my bathroom. I basically got a Korean style bathroom. In other words, the bath was taken out, the shower was put in, but there's no walls or anything around the shower. So the entire bathroom is a shower. So I've got a toilet, a shower, and a basin, a sink in the bathroom, which is amazing. I'm fucking loving it. Last night was the first night I showered in that shower, and that was freaking amazing. I feel so clean. But yeah, last week we played. Last week was an interesting week. We did some. Divinity Original Sin. I'm at that point at Divinity Original Sin where I can almost take on every single battle. And then we did we hit up a bit of Everspace at some point, Everspace a little bit. And what's that game called? Curse of the Dead Gods. We also looked at that, which was quite cool. And on Friday, we did a bit of something called Diabotical, which is the shooter I've been probably looking for since Quake 3 Arena. And then afterwards, we played a bit of Darksiders. Quite a cool game. Would like to get into the rest of it, but I need to finish Divinity Original Sin first. That's the big thing. That is the big thing. I still need to finish it. That. And then on Saturday we did 7 Days to Die. Sunday we did no City of Thorns. People falling ill is a bit of a bitch in these cases. And hopefully, like, we've got something planned for the next show. We just need to make sure everybody's healthy before I start advertising it. So right now, City of Thorns is on hold until everybody is in. And we probably won't know it until that Sunday morning. So let's just hope it's, for the time being, let's hope it's every Sunday from now until it actually happens. And yeah, so today, so last night, seeing that City of Thorns was cancelled, I was like, you know what? I'm gonna go to my favorite bar, Scarlet Room, and just chill there for a bit. You know, drank a couple of beers and went home. Got home at about 10 past 11. Spoke to some people on WhatsApp and everything. Finally stopped chatting at about 1 o'clock in the morning. And, you know, I decided to get into bed. And then my brain was like, nope, you're gonna stay awake up until an hour before you have to take your dad to the airport. So at about 5 o'clock this morning, I fell asleep, woke up at 6, took my dad to the airport. Now, I had a lot of things planned today. Before we continue the story, let me tell you my plans. My plans was to go out, buy some cool stuff for the shower, like those scrunchies, I think they're called, those shower ball thingies. A little bit of a shower gel, you know, some proper hair care products, and maybe a towel or two. And then I would buy something called No More Nails, which I can attach shit to walls, because I kind of want to get rid of the carpets on my walls, have my room a little bit cooler than it is currently. Now back to this morning. So I drop my dad off at the airport, drive back home, and at probably the most busiest intersections in my hometown, which is about 5 to 10 kilometers away from the airport. That's the road that the people from Lesotho comes into town, the people from Botshabelo comes into town. Very industrialized area. the car died. So this is at about just before 7, close to 7, maybe even 7 o'clock. So I phone the family mechanic, and I'm like, dude, my car's fucked. Can't start it. Everything seems fine, but it won't start. And he's like, I'll be there as soon as possible. An hour later, he arrives, and he tows me to his place. So granted, this is about 8 o'clock. Okay, I've had 1 hour sleep in. I've had 1 hour's worth of sleep. I'm still a bit on a buzz from the previous night's drinks. I had like 7 beers, but still, you know, it's not worked out my system yet. And we get to the mechanic, and he starts looking at it. He's like, there's one fuse on the computer blew. Like, oh, okay. They fix it within about 10 minutes. Yeah, we took about like when he told me, that was about what would normally take you to drive about 5 minutes, depending on the traffic, maybe 10 minutes with the traffic. Took us about 30 or 40 minutes. So he fixed the fuse in the computer thingy, he replaced it, and I got home just before 10. Keep this in mind, I haven't had a proper sleep yet. So I get home, crawl into bed, switch on the fan so that I can actually sleep in this heat. And at about 12 o'clock in the afternoon, so today, okay, I wake up covered in sweat. Oh, load shedding. Wonderful, wonderful load shedding. I'm like, okay, fucking fine, you know. I'll just try and pass out still in the heat because I'm still tired. So I wake up eventually. I get woken up by the fan beeping on. I'm like, cool, switch it on, and I pass out further. I can't remember what time. Probably about an hour's worth of sleep afterwards. Fast forward to about 3 o'clock in the afternoon. 3:30 in the afternoon. And I go out and I buy everything I needed to buy. And that was my day. I took a shower now, which was quite cool, but that was my Monday. Quite a hectic day, if you ask me. I know it sounds like first world complaints, but yeah, that's basically what my hectic day was about. And the good news is, this morning at the mechanic, I ran into a very old friend of mine. A friend that I thought didn't live in Bloemfontein anymore, in my hometown anymore. And we exchanged numbers, and we're gonna catch up a little bit in the near future. So that's the good thing that happened today. The second good thing, and this is me just looking at things positively. The second good thing is I've gotten all the stuff ready. So now I just need to start replacing the carpets and everything on my walls with egg cartons, so that the sound can be a bit better. So I'm thinking perhaps tomorrow after stream I might hit 2 of the 4 walls with the egg cartons, and we'll see how that fares. The first wall is going to be the one behind the camera, behind the computer. The second wall is the one next to the bed. And then maybe the day afterwards we'll hit the other 2 behind the green screen and to the other side. Hopefully the sound panels or the egg cartons will work a lot better. But yeah, that was my day. And I don't feel bad about not being able to complete the things I had to complete. Maybe it was just life's way of telling me, listen, dude, just calm it down a little bit and break things up into smaller chunks of things that you can achieve and still feel good about achieving them. And talking about that is, I've been, for the last 2 or 3 days, I've skipped a little bit on my guitar practicing. I'm going to start again tomorrow with practicing my guitar and everything. Today was just like a bit of a hectic day. And I'm going to start following the principle of turning things into habits. So my plan is to, at the same time every day, going forward, play a bit of guitar and practice a bit of guitar. Just just to get myself into the swing of things. Now, if something becomes a habit, I don't know exactly when it becomes a habit, but hopefully it becomes a habit very soon so that I can just continue on practicing and playing. And then hopefully about, let's give it about 2 weeks from tomorrow, I'll be attempting to do shit on stream with a guitar. I'll be attempting. I'll probably just practice a bit on the guitar and like, okay, cool guys, I'm done. I'll just do my daily practice on stream, and then do practice afterwards on stream, because I still need to. There's something wrong with my technique, so I need to fine-tune my technique. So I'm giving myself 2 weeks to fine-tune my technique so that I don't accidentally mute some strings while playing and all of that. And yeah, it feels good to have that shower. I gotta tell you, it feels freaking amazing to have that shower. I constantly just want to shower now, you know. Whereas back in the day, now, what was the big thing back in the day, and this is a little bit behind the scenes information, is I love showers. If there's a shower, I'd rather shower than take a bath. Like once or twice a year, I'll actually take a bath just to be like, you know, because I had the bath and I felt bad not using it. And I just chill in a bath, but I still didn't feel clean, you know. And I used to shower at my parents' place. And this little bit of a thing, just having my own shower and not relying on someone else, is kind of freeing. Is that the word I'm looking for? It's kind of freeing. Like, for someone who spent so much time, me spending so much time alone when I was overseas and doing my own thing, when I got back to South Africa, I relied quite a bit on my family for, you know, mostly showering, perhaps a bit of food, but I was basically relying on my parents for a lot. And it kind of feels good to remove the shower aspect of it. And starting this week, I'm actually gonna start. I'm gonna start buying stuff for my apartment. In the sense of, I'll buy like a pot and a pan here, maybe a bit of, you know, like little things that you kind of need. A couple more glasses, because right now I've got like 4 or 5 of these Coca-Cola glasses that I got back in the day for free for buying a shit ton of McDonald's, you know. So I'm gonna slowly but surely stock up on that. Have this apartment fully furnished, because the plan is that once I move out of the apartment, my parents move into this apartment and rent out the bigger house. And you know, that's the plan. So I want to give them something to come into the apartment for, you know. And yeah, that's about it. That was my day. That was quite a long ramble there. Yeah, so this week we're going to focus on Divinity Original Sin. Thursdays, I've decided Thursdays is my different game days, when I take a breather from Divinity Original Sin. That's my big plan. On Thursdays, I'm going to start doing that. So this Thursday, I might look a bit into a bit more Everspace, perhaps, you know. See if I can't get to the end of that storyline, because it's a roguelite with a storyline. That is so freaking amazing. And then on Saturday, this is the cool thing. Those of you who don't know, on Saturday, this video is going to be a bit too late. Like, by the time the YouTube viewers see it, it'll be past. But this coming Saturday is the Hunger Games, which is a charity event where we play 7 Days to Die with teams, and we all compete against each other, kill each other, and through this we raise money. So it's going to be quite cool to see how well we do. My team currently is a bit shaky, as one person in the team still doesn't know whether or not they can make it. But so far we've got 2 teams, and hopefully I don't have to be carried too much in the Hunger Games. But yeah, that's about it. We've got a new patron, actually, for those of you who don't know. It's the SA Geeks, and as always, at the end of this video, at the end of these videos, I say thanks to all my patrons. At some point, it's going to get a bit like the moment that thanking takes more than 2 minutes, then I'll probably just do new patrons, and then we'll figure it out once that hits. But let's start off. We've got Mika, we've got Ant Smiler, we've got Bo, you know who you are, Sensor Cat, D Fries, Dominic, you know who you are, Gareth, you know who you are, Irene, Lonnie, Loopy Loo, Luca, Lunatic, Matt Durana, Great Susie, the Essay Geeks, the new patrons, Brainfishers, and Thomas Earl VA. Thank you everybody for your patronage, and until next week, you all should have a beardly good one.